Hello, fellas and ladies. Oh boy. Oh god, I don't know if I'm gonna make people mad or not about this one. I'm talking about Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. This is quote unquote the final one. Like, my best guess is, based on how it ends, that it is the last one, but I suppose it's not like impossible, but it feels like it's supposed to be the last one. You know the guys. Tom Cruise is Ethan Hunt, and he's following up Dead Reckoning with the entity being all crazy like, and now he's got to make sure that it doesn't go more crazy like, and also the entire fucking planet doesn't blow up. I love the Mission Impossible movies. There isn't a bad one, including this one, to be frank, but after Hurry Up Tomorrow, I was like, man, I haven't been that angry in a movie in a while, and this movie isn't that. I'm not angry, just really disappointed. I think the best thing you can say about this movie is, yeah, when the set pieces hit, they hit. There is a submarine sequence that is absolutely incredible. It's pretty long, don't get me wrong, but it's really intense. It goes to places that are like really interesting. And then obviously that plane sequence they've been marketing the shite out of. An absolute incredible sequence. When that shit hits, it is fucking incredible. I'm clenching. You do gotta get 2 hours of movie to get there, but it is incredible. It delivers on that. Tom Cruise is an absolute madman, don't get me wrong. So those stuff hit. Fortunately, like I said, it's 2 hours to get to these set pieces. Before that, there's very minimal action, which I'm fine with. And these movies aren't, like, yes, they're known for the trademark stunts and action. Don't get me wrong, it's an action franchise. But I never had, like, an issue with the build-up. It's always interesting, it's always engaged, always thrilling. This movie, though, oh no. The reason I can tell this movie's the last one is because, by God, this movie wants you to remember the other movies. Like, the first, like, hour of this movie is, like, basically a clip show. So many flashbacks, so many, like, fucking, remember this moment from Mission Impossible 2, remember Mission Impossible 5, remember Ghost Protocol? Some of them had purpose, a lot of them didn't. A lot of them was kind of just a remember. It's very much Deadpool Wolverine style of nostalgia for babies. And then there's a lot of, like, connecting, like, past movies to this plot, just kind of making it seemed like, oh guys, this was the plan the whole time. We had this whole Mission Impossible thing mapped out from 1996. Almost kind of felt like the Rise of Skywalker in a way. And then, I don't know, they do this thing with Ethan Hunt that is way too mythologized, where it's like, oh, these, like, where like everything in this universe in some capacity connects back to him. Like Fast X. So I just compared a Mission Impossible movie to Deadpool, Wolverine, Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker, and Fast X. Oh no. This movie's good through and through. The pacing is rough at times. This movie, there's definitely, I'm not a guy who complains about runtimes. I think a movie is great to be as long as you want. There is some pacing issues with the movie that absolutely could have been trimmed, but overall, most of this movie, I was definitely into it. I was definitely like to an extent, like, engaged, except for the fact that the movie is convoluted beyond repair. You kind of forgive the convolutedness because it ends once you get to these set pieces, but like, 2 hours of this movie is devoted to, all right, let's get to this submarine. Like, 2 hours to get to that submarine. And there's so much convoluted nothingness. A lot of, like, oh, if you do this, like, the only way to do this is do this, and this. I'm like, there has to be another way. To the point of almost confusion. It's really a lot, but because the movie is so devoted to this finale-esque thing, it kind of does some stuff that I'm really confounded by. You got your guy, Ethan's back, Benji's back, Luther's back, but then, like, a lot of focus put on Haley Atwell's character, Palma Clementieff. That's a pretty big thing in this movie. A lot of focus on them, which is fine, but then, like, there's this other guy who is Shea Wingham's partner in, like, Dead Reckoning, who's, like, given very little, like, anything. It seemed like they were setting something up in Dead Reckoning, and then they pay it off instantly in this one and then do nothing else with him. He's just part of the team now. There's also another character that really annoyed me that's in there. I won't give it away. You might know about it already, but like, they do something really bad. They do a lot of bad things, characters, being like, oh, by the way, this is connected to Ethan's past. And I'm like, I don't like when they do that. I don't like that the entity is connected to a past movie. I don't like that. Why can't it be a new threat? I'm not saying you can't follow up to Dead Reckoning. That's fine. It's a part 1. This is the follow-up. But otherwise, it's like, oh, remember Mission Impossible 4? What about 3? What about 6? It's all connected. It's like that didn't feel like it was planned out. And it's so out of character for this franchise that's typically so, like, razor-focused. For a franchise so well-known for its, like, crazy stunt work and its headlines, the movies are always very focused. It's very, like, on this one thing. This movie is not doing that. The movie is very much only exist in the context of other movies. I'm not saying the other movies are like standalone, but like they definitely are their own little machines. This is not that, and it does it to a degree that's really frustrating. It's convoluted, it's like weirdly hogwashy with its use of past Mission Impossible movies. There's some eye-roll inducing shit in this movie meant to get fans clapping, but like that's, I don't know, does Mission Impossible have that fan base outside of like Twitter and shit? Super popular franchise, I am not taking that away, it is a mega franchise, but I don't think it has that kind of thing where we'll be like, oh, that's the thing from the other movie. And this movie's littered with that. There's a way to do a send-off without doing this. I don't know. I didn't dislike it. It still got me. It's still well shot and well paced. And again, that last hour really hits. It really is like whoa, wow. I feel the mission. And not just like him on the planes, but like there's some stuff going on with the other character that they have to do that I was also really engaged with. Whereas earlier they tried doing that and it doesn't work. It just feels a little sloppy, like, you know? Which sucks to say. This is easily probably the most disappointing I've been in a movie this year. So far, at least. But unfortunately, it kind of ends the franchise in a bit of a dud, which hurts. But, you know, it's a fact of the matter. I'm not here to lie. Dude, like, my girlfriend and I were going to go see it again on Thursday, but after seeing it, we were just like, why not just give us a minute? I need a minute before I can see this again, you know? Like, I can't just go right back into it. Because it's a lot of movie to take in, and not a lot of it is very good. Not a lot of it is very entertaining. But as someone who loves this franchise so much, well, there are stuff that still got me. But unfortunately, I'm just simply not, like, pleased with this movie. Bad? No. Great? Like, the standard that these franchises set for itself? No. I have a very weird ranking of the Mission Impossible movies, so take it with a grain of salt. But I'd probably rank it from 1 to 10. Ghost Protocol, Dead Reckoning, Fallout, Rogue Nation, Mission Impossible 1, Final Reckoning, and then MI2 and MI3. You're going to come into Mission Impossible, the Final Reckoning, for the stunts and the action, and while it does take a while, you'll get it in spades. However, unlike the previous entries, this one offers much less aside from that, unfortunately skewering the supposed final chapter of an otherwise amazing franchise. And I'm going to have to go ahead and give it 6 books of Scientology out of 10. I'll always say this about Tom Cruise, as much as even in a movie like this, which I'm really disappointed, at least I agree with him politically. That was a joke. I don't Scientology bad. It's a cult. All right, that's all I gotta say about Mission Impossible. You know, go see it, form your own opinion. That's just mine. It does look like this opinion is shared by others, so I don't know. I'm hopefully if you guys are excited, it works better for you. Did not work very well for me. All right, that's all that. Let's grab and share. I don't know. I'll go hang from a fucking plane as well. I could do that if I had money.